Hello and welcome to this enthralling revisit of an episode of Abergwine's Furries in the Media. No, I don't know where she is. Possibly seeing if furries are behind the disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle for all I know. What I do know is episode 13 was about furries appearing on the Tyra Banks show. Whilst Abergwine put in a decent effort to see the good and bad on both sides of the table, such as taking shots at the Coyote Ugly star for her reaction and disrespectful comments towards the guests. So hey, both sides got a pat on the cheek and told, hey, stop. A solid bit of advice towards the end of the video and a mini review on the aftermath of what happened on FA, with furries going after Chew Fox and Tomcat for being sexual deviants. Cause God forbid anyone be sexual in any kind of scenario at all. What are you people, Genesius? So where do I come into all this? Well, Abergwine does a little pat and I go for the kick in the nuts. Now of course I could have a go at Tyra Banks, but Abergwine did that. All I can say is Chew Fox and Tomcat, here represented as Jabba the Hutt and a stick insect, went onto a show knowing what they were in for. And I don't mean the crazy sex bit either. I mean, this is Tyra fucking Banks. Tyra Banks loves sensationalist television. Nigh on everything she's involved with is shite television, such as shows trying to tug at your heartstrings, promote negative emotions, or just a calling card of, hey, look at the weird people we found. So that was an issue. Now issue number 2 is answering yes to having sex in fursuit. Now, I don't know what contracts were signed, but if it said you must say yes to that question, why sign? Especially if it's not entirely true. Aside for attention, negative or otherwise. I'll explain in a moment about what I mean not being entirely true. But first, an alleged friend of these two commented on Abergwine's video saying they were indeed enticed with a trip and they initially sought out to make the fandom look good. How in the flying pissant they thought that would work, I don't know. I'd see more sense in applying an eyesight test in a blind person's home. And after reading that, I found out they were in the Fursonas doco. And that's how I found out it wasn't true. Fuckface here confirms it. They didn't really fuck in suit. With Darlene from Dead Rising 3 trying to confirm they did indeed have sex in suit to, I guess, soften the landing of the truth the other half was saying. Don't need any softer a landing than that tummy, love.
We went on the show, they kind of lied to us to get in there. But that's what a lot of them do. They said, hype up the story and make it real. So they said, hey, you're going to be paired with these two other people, or these two other couples, and you guys are going to be the people who have sex in their fursuits. We're like, we don't do that. No, but we want you to say you did that. Mm-hmm. But I don't do that.
Well, the thing
no, we haven't.
We a little bit.
No, we didn't.
A little bit.
No.
So yes, these two cunts accepted knowing what could happen. And knowing it wasn't true. Now, Chew Fox does say questions after the furry fandom are more towards them specifically, which is a fair point, completely.
The first question was directed at the fandom. What is the furry fandom? And I answered that. But any question that was asked after that was purely about what goes on between us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, really.
I think furry.
Issue is, it'll still be taken and aimed squarely at us as a whole. The thing about humans is they grab a hold of negativity easier than positivity. You'll be quicker to dislike a person than like. So people hold on to the ew, weird shit scenario and blanket what you said across us all. That is what people took issue with. Besides being a bit too stupid to understand the direction of questions. Now before I get shit, no. I don't give two shits what you do in suit. I really couldn't. As a favour and a show of goodwill, at least have 2 bodysuits. And yeah, I know, expensive. Hell, I made a video on why you shouldn't get a fursuit, so I know they're expensive. But please, try. You want to be strung up on some rope and have your pussy eaten out by a rubber pup whilst you're in a cat fursuit? Go for it. Do it all day, every day. Because that shit is freaky and doesn't bother me at all. So long as you clean yourself afterwards. Wash your hands and your pussy. And have some fucking mouthwash. And Chew Fox, if you're watching this, a lot of me calling you guys shit is hyperbolic. It's ramped up for entertainment's sake. like the Tyra Banks show. But part of you still needs a slap. Part of me hopes you learnt something. But in the documentary, you say you don't regret anything.
As I've told him, I don't regret it. I don't. I don't think we personally did anything that wrong.
Maybe too much thinking about pies. Yes, I know they're delicious, but come on. Now, the write on your profile was a little overboard. Agreed. But I feel if that hadn't occurred, try again and again to go on the telly, having got away scot-free for a dumbass decision. Now with Kage, no, there's no excuse. Come on, Sam, stop being an overprotective twat. You realise doing that causes people to want to rebel, right? Or worse yet, become sensitive and require little kisses all the time. For at least not shitting the bed again. Also, Kage, guessing that all gas, no brakes episode on Furries really ruffled your feathers, huh? Yeah. So what can we gain from this? It is possible 2Fox loved the attention she got, and I think she did. And when it comes to appearing on a show run by some cunt who usually works on shows that like to overblow shit, yeah, nah, don't bother. Especially if a contract is involved. Worst case scenario, you end up on people's shit list. Or you just end up being on the telly for a few minutes and no one actually gives a fuck. Because we don't. By the way, if any toxic sacks of garbage want to interview me, comment below. I'll be as much a dirty sellout as you wish for the right amount. Or a free trip. Or food. I'm a chubby fucker. I'd love some free Maccas. I hope you enjoyed this episode revisit. I may do more revisits. Depends on what's happened, if there's any more information that have come up since any of the Furries on the Media episodes. Otherwise, I'm going to try continuing it on. Why? Because I don't know where Abergwine is. She's probably going to comment on this video saying, actually, I don't want you to do this. Well, turns out you don't own the copyright for this, so I'm going to do it anyway. Hey, you ain't, so I might as well. Anyways, see you later. Hope I didn't hurt anyone's feelings. Probably did. Oh well, shit happens. See you guys later.
I do really like pies though. I love pies.